so we've got my friend Emperor Penguino, who is otherwise known as SWAT over here, playing against a random. I honestly don't think drone scouting versus a random is a problem. I don't think it's going to set anyone back. It's not going to set you back half as much as everyone thinks it might. And it gives you that little bit of security in knowing what they are and what you need to do and what your plan is going ahead, instead of like getting proxied or something 2 minutes into the game and being like, oh, if only I'd have known that it was a Terran, I could have maybe tried to be a bit more aware of that. Because it changes your overlord pathing too, right? And that's a pretty big deal. So that was pretty good execution there. Pulls down it with a good time. Everything's moving well. Not a great time, but the pool is down on time. Did he go? He went reactor, right? He shouldn't be no, but he wouldn't be able to afford just one marine now. That's late. Did he make a Reaper? And I missed it? No, he's been pumping marines. He's gotcha. So make another overlord now. Stop playing with this. Stop playing with it. No. So you lost all the time you could have had to make another overlord just then by playing with that overlord. So just put the overlord away, accept its defeat, and move on. We're taking the third, which is good. Again, it's later than I'd like. It seems to be a common issue at this level is just people aren't convinced that they need to take a third that early. He's taking a natural, so he's not going to attack you in the next minute. So taking a third isn't going to hurt you, and it's actually going to help you more than it's going to hurt you, because you now have extra lava and you have a base you can sacrifice if it hits the fan. He actually ends up coming to try and punch you in the face. I mucked around my sound settings, and sorry, the game sound is just, even though it's pretty low, it's still quite loud in my ears. And then we went into another supply block. We're building one overlord when we should be building two, right? I talk about this a lot in the replays that I do, but we want two. We want an overlord for each hatchery, because what's going to happen is we have enough lava. We naturally almost build up enough lava in between that cycle of the overlord being built to then supply block us further again. So we don't want to come from supply block into supply block. Look, we go 44. If we spend all our lava, which we should. No, we're not that rushed. And now we're straight into a supply block again. We're building 3 more overlords, which honestly, better than nothing. We built the Baneling nest at a decent time. We're going in for a scout. Now this is hella mech. But what's he's getting marines as well. It's weird, gonna be like a half, like a weird mix between the two. For me, I think this is probably better off going for Banelings, which is what you're going for, which is good. But we do want the lair, which is good. We are getting that as well. We are on 2 gases, which I think will do the job just fine. And we just pump queens. Have a unit here, ready to see him move out. Have a unit here, ready to see him take a third. If you want, put one here as well, and one here. I would love to see an overlord here, so we have vision of any drops coming in. And this one, I would like to see it here, so we just have a little bit more warning. This is great. You could even do an overlord in spots like this that are a little bit harder to reach. The army's going to have to really hug this cliff to get it, and that might buy you some time to get on top of the army, and it also might buy you some time to it'll spread his army thin, which means if you come around from it, come around and then collapse on it, it's going to give you a lot more surface area. And just before a fight, that could literally be the game difference. I really don't like that so many of us at this level are not capable of leaving a unit outside their base. Well and truly, we can't do it. We're at 51 workers, which is good. Our economy's just slightly ahead of his. Could be higher, yes, but our third was kind of late. We're about to pop our lair. Yeah, we checked the baneling nest, which is good. I hope that we're quick on that when the lair pops. So another way you could check as well, as I said in another video before, if you've got all these selected. Actually, that's weird. Yeah, so if you've got all these selected, this one will be your main, and it'll tell you that the hive is the next step, and that tells you that the lair is done, right? Now we should be having a look at what he's got, right? We should be sending units out. Oh, too late. He's on our side of the map already. He's got stim. He's got combat shields. That's cool. They normally look like that. Stim, combat shields, a couple of marauders, and some hellions with blue flame as well. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be pretty problematic. We have a bit of gas. We could make more of these. We have a lot of money. We could be making more queens, and we could be bringing the queens we do have down to fight. But we're probably going to see this. Now, bear in mind, we don't need this base half as much as he thinks we do. Hey, Adeline, how you going? Yeah, stream's good. We don't need this base half as much as he does, as he thinks we do. So, because he doesn't know that we've got this third, right? He thinks this is our third, or he's just trying to attack us. Simple as that. The point is, though, we can let this die. We can cancel this at the last second. Either way, this buys us time to spend all our lava, to make more banelings, and be ready to attack him. Yeah, we cancelled it. He scans, he sees we've got Ling Bane. We didn't get speed, did we? We did get speed. So we've got 25 seconds till speed kicks off. I just streamed StarCraft, sorry mate, at this stage. Yeah, we're making a ton of lings. Alright, so you've gone into making a ton of lings. I would be making as many banelings as you can. I would be pumping our injects, taking another base because you have a lot of drones spare. You're at 66. This base I feel like is a long way away, but it also means that you might get a good chance of getting away with it if you take it, because they're probably not going to check it. It's quite a large map, and it probably doesn't happen very often that the games actually come out to this far. So with that big swell of zerglings we're about to have, and more banelings, I think we probably need to be on the map, because if we catch this mid-map without healing, without the chance of another stim, because another stim means that these marines are going to be in one baneling hit of dying. Yeah, so if we could catch him moving out or moving back home with this like huge flood of lings we're about to pop, we get a win. And we get a win very easily, right? We're sitting at home, and I get that we're kind of panicked, but we need to be on the map, I think, or at least find out where he is, making a change, making an overseer, sending it out onto the map. Yeah, StarCraft is pretty nice. I do like Blizzard's art style. How was this game now? I think it's like 13 years, 14 years. So we need to be on the map. We don't need to take everything. We can literally like split off a couple of lings here, split off a couple of lings here. We want to see that he's home first at his base, which he is. We want to see that he's here first before we commit to sending our whole army across. And the reason is, if we send our whole army across and it turns out he's still waiting here, he just moves in, he wins the game, and there's not really anything we can do about that. You're in a pretty good position here economically. He's got more stuff though, which is a problem, which means his work account's catching up on yours, and he's got quite a decent sized army. He's almost got a marine for every ling, but the banelings kind of skew the math a little bit depending on how you take the fight. So this is all going to come down to basically your vision. We're not spreading any creep either, which obviously, like, I get that it's hard, but we aren't spreading any. We're floating a lot of money. We could probably just max out on like Ling Bane right now and push it out into the map. A lot of Hellions. Oh, here we go, here we go. Keep making units while this is happening. Awesome. And that's exactly why we want to make units while we're having that fight, is so they're ready for the next round when the fight starts. So here we are. We're sitting at 6 lava. It may not be a big deal, but this fight takes us probably just as long for us to have made another round of banelings. Those banelings got some real good connections there. What we need is banelings, right? We can't afford to fight this many Hellions with just pure Ling, and I really hope we know that. Here we go, we're spinning a lava, we're injecting. We're injecting. No. With what he's got left, we could just be making a whole lot more Lings and just winning this. That fight went very well. It may not have looked nice, but it did the job. And all you need to do is do that again and then go back to his base and win the game. It comes down to pretty much that. If you get momentum and you get on their side of the map, it's game over. I'd love to see changeling spawning so we can go actually see where he is. Because both times we tried to take this base, he's just appeared randomly and killed it for free. Well, not killed it, but he's taken the base out. We got speed, have we? Jeez, he's a quick fella. And this Terran is growing at a pretty fast rate. Where that's... Oh, here it is. Good surround. I wouldn't keep chasing it too long. Yeah, that's it. But the queen's going to die now as well. We just need to spend this money. This is basically a maxed out Ling Bane army right now that you're sitting on money-wise. We're getting 2-2 as well, which is sick. I really like that because he's not getting any upgrades. He is just raw dogging with his army. Please don't... Without the banelings, why are the banelings not here? And then the banelings connect with the marauders, and it's basically game over. This you did not need to take this fight, and I don't know whether you weren't really aware that you were taking this fight, if you know what I mean. Like you kind of just moved over there, maybe. We're sitting here. Can we eject? No. That's a shame. We didn't need to take this fight. This was looking good until the rest of the army rocked up. And then all the Banes hit the Marauders, which is the worst possible trade. And now it's just like a handful of Lings. And now it's game over. It might take 7 minutes, but it's game over. He's a 40 supply ahead of you. You're not nailing your injects. This base has a queen, and it's not getting injected. It's not getting yeah, it's not getting injected. Sorry, these drones are dead. And again, this no, not pure Ling, not pure Ling. And don't kill the tank. The tank isn't doing anything here. Why Hydralisks? You know what? With the amount of upgrades you have, you probably could do alright with Hydralisks right now. What MMR is this? I think this was Diamond, right? He's finally getting in with the medevacs, but it's so late. I would turn, if it was me, I'd turn this into a drone before we lose it, and then leave it there so we can take the base. I feel like we literally died here because we didn't spend our money, man. We didn't spend our money, and this fight here you didn't need to take, but you could have been maxed out. You could have easily been maxed out here and ran over him with like 250 lings, and there'd be no actual problem with it. Especially with a 4 upgrade lead. Do you know how unreasonable that is usually in this matchup? And we're going in for it again. We need banelings. No, we don't need 2 banelings or 11 banelings. Turn them all into banelings and just roll over this. This is just Marine Marauder, right? Yes, 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 yes. Chase the clump. Keep spending the lava. Look at that. Look at the momentum. Now you could make Hydralisks here. This is the time where you make Hydralisks, right? And you can actually just win this back by just pushing him all the way back to his base with Hydralisks. 17 Hydralisks versus a handful of Marines. It's not going to go well for him when you've already got 2+ Carapace, right? Where's a Marine? Where's a Marine? I think, what, 6 damage? 6 damage. It's going to go down to 4. It's a huge decrease in his DPS. It's a huge decrease in DPS for these guys. Combined with the Hydralisk also having a range bonus on top of the Marine. Like, it's not a good fight for the Marines to be taking. We need to realize that we're constantly in a threat here, right? You have the drone, you have the economy you need to win this game. You just need to spend it. Spend the lava, dude. He's spending his money. He's not even spending it that well. He could be maxed out 5 minutes ago with the way he's going. But this army just will die to a maxed out anything. If you just maxed out once, you win this game. So that should be our goal, is to getting into that maxed out position. I love that we're getting +1 because that's going to finish slightly after the high, but it's going to be at least there. We're checking the map. I wonder if this is going to be one of those classic things where we just take one really bad fight and then kind of just leave. We're checking all the bases on the map, which is sick. I love it. We could be trying to take this again. This Terran is now maxed. We are in trouble because we're probably floating a ton of lava. Yep. And we're not doing anything with it. This is cool. Now we get an idea of what his army looks like too, right? We get to see that this is just a ton of bio. Yes. Yes, more of that. Hydralis, not so much. Oh, absolutely. Good damage. Oh, he gets the heal. He gets the repair off. That's a shame. So while we're staring at that, we're floating lava. I get that, like, we're very close to max out, but yeah, we are still floating lava. We have the hive. We could be getting either of these. Are we getting a Ultralisk Cavern? No, we're not. So an Ultralisk Cavern, or even a couple of Infestors right now, absolutely destroy this. This Bio army has no real guts. The Marauders stop it from dying to the Banes. The tanks stop it, but if you catch this moving on the map, it is as good as dead. So all you really need to do... This army, I think, actually kind of just storms over this. We can't keep letting the Lings roll in before the rest of the army. This Ling pile here is going to die real quick. He's targeting down a hatchery, but as soon as the hatchery's done... Never mind. He just, like... Oh, no. This is very good control. The fact that he, like... It just seemed to grab the ones that had nothing in them and move them away, like... Is this... Did you win this? You win this, right? Surely you carry this momentum back to his base and just win. Right? Yes, 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 yes. He's only getting 1-1 now, but you've got like 2-2-1, however you want to do it. This is a huge Hydralisk army. Yep, stutter step, stutter step. Oh, he's got no chance. And here we, like, this is it. Like, a maxed out army beats a not maxed out army. Almost all the time. No, you've got this. Yeah. Here we go. Just let him fire on it. Who cares? Oh, that was good. This is it. You spent your money and you won the game. You could have done this 6 minutes ago. 6 or 7 minutes ago. Would have been fine. Your upgrade advantage here was massive as well versus Terran. Like, he should have made it this far in. Honestly. Yeah, okay. So you win the game. That's good. Hell yeah. Oh, I thought I did. The most underrated unit in the game. Oh. I would probably say the Reaper. The Reaper's like one of the first units a Terran can make. It's quite agile, but really its damage is pretty low. So it's basically made as a scout in the first like 2 minutes, and then never again. It can be used to do some all-ins, but it's not that great. Sorry, mate. I was just really enjoying this win here. Nah, that's a good win. Well done, Emperor Penguino. Look at the amount of money he's floating. There's no reason he should have lost this game. He could have just made tanks and sat back at home. Well done. You just got to spend that money before he gets to the point where he's like killing your fourth base for like the 5th time. Just spend your money. Nail your injects. Spend your money. Look at this. We've got 3-2 coming as well. Did we get? We never even got adrenal glands, which we easily could have. This was a really good effort. Terran lost more than you did. Awesome stuff. That's really good. Thanks for submitting that. That was nice. Alright, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to head off for the night. So if you've got any replays you want to send through, please let me know. You can find me on Discord or Reddit as well. OMG ITSDUANE. Thanks for stopping by. See ya.